Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't wanna miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats, you know that we gotta run it back. Whether on the field or the court, you know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.
All right, what's good? All right, so the Indiana Fever had looks like they will have a major decision coming up this off season. And one decision is because they will probably most likely lose 3 players off their roster with the trade deadline coming up on August the 20th. Now, we've seen the likes of Gabby Williams. She's not in the WNBA, but I think she could come back to the WNBA now. Depends on the money situation. Now, the Indiana Fever could bolster their roster because the Dallas Wings just released Billings and Odyssey Sims, which Odyssey Sims is averaging 17 points. And the only reason why the Dallas Wings did that because of Santi Sobley and one other player. Now, the trick to this is that what do the Indiana Fever do? Because if you bring in Odyssey Sims, that means the likes of Kelsey Mitchell service will definitely signal her exit. Now, Kelsey Mitchell will be a free agent after the season. She has right now, she has her career earning is $641,198. Now, her 2024 cash is $212,000, which has the same cap hit. Now, she's been in the league for 6 years. She's been with the Fever organization. She already have a 3-year contract. Her average salary is $206. Now, when she came to the Indiana Fever in 2022, she was 26. Last year was 23. She made the All-Star. Last year, she made the All-Star again this year, along with Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston. And this year, she's 28. She'll be 29 next year and an unrestricted free agent. With that being said, she's pushing up in that 30 mark. Now, one thing about her, Kelsey Mitchell, is that Kelsey, she has a motor. Some people say the Fever should resign her. Some people say don't bring her back. Me personally, for what she's doing for the Fever now is okay. For long-term situation, no, because she's a defensive liability. Some people suggest that she shoots better from 3 than Odyssey Sims. I beg to differ. Odyssey Sims cooked us the last game before the All-Star break. And I think Odyssey Sims will benefit more freely because Odyssey Sims could hit mid-range. She can hit the 3. She plays good defense. She rebounds better than Kelsey Mitchell. And she also, will pass the ball. Kelsey Mitchell, to me, I feel like she's 1 foot in, 1 foot out. She wants to see what the Fever is going to offer her. That's what I think. And if the Fever doesn't offer her what she likes, then she's going to try to go somewhere else. But could the Fever bring her back? Yeah, because she do got chemistry with the team and Caitlin. But at the same time, you can't blame her for leaving because she wants to. She's been with the Fever organization for so long, so she feel like she's the girl. But when you bring a new, fresh rookie in that has a skill set like no other, it kind of makes you suspensive. So with that being said, she doing media shoot around yesterday, Kelsey Mitchell talked about the All-Star selection, the All-Star coming to Indianapolis, how she felt about it, and then they touched in on her free agency. So take a listen.
In Phoenix, what was your takeaway from just kind of the event as an event and how this thing has really turned into a showcase of the league's players, but kind of a celebration of the game, it seems?
I think that Phoenix had a really good, theme going. I think that Phoenix was hot. So, I would think that the weather would be like that in Indianapolis. I think it would be a very experience there, but I think, it'll vary from place to place, West Coast, East Coast, or Midwest. And so I think Indy will do a good job of obviously having a culture that, shows what Indy brings. And so I look forward to them, the culture being able to, obviously bring people back.
Yeah, obviously with it being here next season, your contract is up after this season. Have you had any kind of talks with returning or any idea with that?
No, I don't know anything. I haven't even, let the thought cross my mind. I'm just kind of standing in it right now. But, those conversations are going to have to be had. And, I'm going to do what's best for me. It's always going to be a business. So I'm excited to, explore that idea. I've never been in free agency in my professional career, so I'm excited to see where it goes.
You were here for NBA All-Star Weekend, is that right? Were you around? Yeah. What did you think of what this city did for that one and how Indy, how they do big events here?
So she touched on a lot of things that me personally, everybody has their own take. I honestly, I feel like she could come back if she gets another extension, 3-year extension. But like I said, there are so many free agents after this year that not we, but the Indiana Fever could pick up. Now, and I'm not saying Kelsey Mitchell is a bad player, but if you see how she was operating at the beginning of the season, in some ways, she still operates like that a little bit. And you got to remember, her size ain't really that cool. And if anybody's starting to pay attention, her size is not really that cool. Take a look back at the All-Star break, and you got to think about it. The way Christy size is makes you think that, hey, I don't want to come back. I would love to be back with Leah and Caitlin, but I don't want to be back under this coach. And if they fire Christy size after the season and bring in another coach, I could see them working something out with Kelsey Mitchell and bringing her back. But if Christy Sides is the coach going into next year, there ain't no way Kelsey Mitchell's coming back. I can guarantee you that. But from all sides that she's doing, she's looking like, hey, I got to do what I got to do. I might want to be here, but nah, I don't like. But now, to say if the Fever makes the playoffs, they win the first round, could that entice her to stay? Say, well, the team is building on something. A lot of things can happen between now and then. But for all sense and purposes, if you read her facial expression and her body language, she wants to test free agent. And sometimes a player test free agency doesn't mean necessarily the person's leaving. They want to see what the market is for them. Because you got to look at a lot of teams in the WNBA right now. A lot of them could use her service, but is she going to start? She could start for Atlanta Dream. She could start for Dallas. She could, but that is not going to work because her and Enrique is more ball dominant than she is. And you got to think about it. Kelsey dribbles with her head down. She only knows one speed. And see, Chrissy Sides had to reel her in a couple of times this year. Just sit back and think about that, guys. Chrissy Sides had to roll her back a little bit. And then you got to think how she felt about being benched in the first half of one game. I don't know which game it was. So all of that stuff plays a factor. But I still say that there are quality players out there that could replace her. Now, like I said, Kelsey Mitchell will be 28 going into next year, her 8th year in the league. Now, some people suggest Breanna Stewart. I don't think Breanna Stewart is going to leave New York. Just simple as that. She's going to probably re-sign with them. Nika Onwuane, she's going to be almost 35, playing 14 years with the Seattle Storm. I don't think Seattle Storm is going to allow her to leave. I think she'll resign back with them. Now, she might want to go somewhere else and see what she can do, but I don't think she's going to come to Indiana for what? You know, she probably don't want to go to a team that's going to want to win a title. She could go to, hell, she could team up with Asia Wilson over there in damn LA. Who knows? But that's a whole situation. We don't know what the hell is going to happen with the Aces. So she could, Brittany Griner, you know, she could come in and spell Brittany Griner or start beside Brittany Griner. It's so many different things. Kelsey Plum, like I said, the situation with the Aces, she might want to be out. Sante Sobel, going to be at 27 years old. She's young. In her 6th year. Dallas might try to re-sign her back, you know what I'm saying, instead of letting her hit the free agent market. So that's another piece. I don't think Courtney Vanderhook will work. Kennedy, Cheyenne Parker, she's 31. Ariel Powell is almost about 31. Sophie Cunningham, I think she'll resign, which I would like Sophie to come. I think she'll benefit really good off the bench. Kia Nurse, she's a guard. She's almost 29. I don't think she's all of that to me. Now, Diamond DeShields, I don't think she's good. She's 30. Now, Kennedy Carter is a pretty interesting one on here. She's only been in the league 4 years. But she's only going to be 26 next year. That's the thing. And with the situation going on with Chicago right now, with the trade deadline around the corner, they could be looking to move her. And if they move her, the team would have to pay the rest of her salary, but she's still going to be a free agent. That's going to show a lot. And then just getting word also that Celeste Taylor just signed a 7-day contract. She just played in Phoenix. She signed a 7-day contract with the Connecticut Suns. Could that 7-day contract run out after and the Fever could cut somebody, say they cut Grace Berger and bring Celeste Taylor back? Or if they get rid of Grace Berger and bring in Odyssey Sims, if they bring in Odyssey Sims or they try to get Gabby Williams, it depends on how they salary cut. Like, you would have, this is what I would do if I was the Fever. I will cut Grace Berger. I will cut Erica Wheeler. She's a free agent after this year anyway, and she's going to be 34 years old. So you don't need her. You cut her. You know what I'm saying? Cut her contract. Shit. I'll say cut Vivian Saxon's too. You bring in Billings and you bring in Sims, and then you have money to say, hey, you know what? Gabby Williams, come on over. That's your 2 roster spots right there. You ain't got to go too much deep into your bench. You know what I'm saying? Because you would need a lot. I don't know. Tammy Finn Bentley, she's a free agent also. She's only 30. She'll be 32. She'll probably play overseas. Michelle Onwuane, she's already playing with Chicago. She's a free agent. She's 25. Dejanay Carrington, she's a free agent. I think Connecticut will re-sign her. I don't think she's going anywhere. People say, well, bring her to the Fever. She's just not a scorer. She plays good defense, but she's just not that. You look at other I'm looking at young talent. I'm not looking at people that's over 30 and up. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's a few there. It's a few names. But the biggest name on there is Kennedy Carter. If you don't get Billings, I would try to get Kennedy Carter. But at what risk? Because her bad behavior Will she get into it with Caitlin Clark as a teammate? Leah Boston, how will Chrissy Sides or whoever be the coaches handle her? You know what I'm saying? Because as good as Kennedy Carter's skill set is, she does have a bad behavior problem, and you kind of see it play out. And if they move her, if they trade her, it's going to be, you pretty much know that the Fever, the Sky is not going to be able to score like in the 70s, because she's a 20-plus point scorer. And that's something that could benefit Caitlin Clark and the Fever too. But again, I don't know the situation, with Kelsey Mitchell. I think she's just going by it. And it's going to be interesting to watch Kelsey Mitchell these last 14 games. Her mindset, the way she played, how she's going to be able to. Because like I said this, if the Fever ends up getting Gabby Williams or Odyssey Sims by next week, we don't have to look for Kelsey Mitchell to come back. Even if she get Odyssey Sims, Kelsey Mitchell come back, because you got to think, Odyssey Sims likes Caitlin Clark. She would love to play with somebody like Caitlin Clark that could get her in ball in space. You could say this, and this is hypothetical. Check this out, guys. Just imagine you got Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, Gabby Williams, Billings, and say, for shits and giggles, you have Santu Sabali starting. That starting five right there ain't nobody beating that starting five. You talk about point scorers, defense, that starting five, you need somebody, and then you could take you could easily fill out your bench. That would be almost, hell, they could say a super team, but I don't think it will be, but you could say it is. And it'd be young talent. Because what? Gabby Williams is 27, so she'd be like 28. You got young talent, and you got young ladies that can run. That will be the Golden State Warriors. The Indiana Pacers will be the Golden State Warriors of the WNBA with that lineup. The lineup that I just mentioned, Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, Gabby Williams, Santu Sabali, and Odyssey Sims, trust me, you could easily three-peat with that, because who's messing with that lineup? Who's messing with that lineup in the W? Nobody. Nobody's going to mess with that lineup. I don't care about no Asia Wilson. I don't care about no Breanna Stewart. Ain't nobody messing with that lineup. Like I said, they will be the WNBA. You imagine Gabby Williams out there shooting threes, Caitlin shooting threes, Santu shooting threes, Billings driving to the basket, Leah Boston getting easy buckets in the man, come on. But that's wishful thinking. But anyway, let me know your thoughts about Kelsey Mitchell. I think she's like a lot of other people. I think she's gone. I really think she's gone. I really think her mind is made up. She wants to test free agency and see what she get. But I won't be surprised if she decides to come back. But it's going to depend on what the Fever look like or do by next week. Like if they bring Billings in, or not Billings, if they bring Odyssey Sims in, especially when you playing all these big teams, these good teams, it's going to help. Me personally, I will find a way to bring her in, because you can easily start her in the lineup along with a Kelsey Mitchell. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? You don't want to ruffle Kelsey feathers, but it's all about winning basketball. You got to get out your feelings. And so I don't know, but y'all let me know what y'all think. Until then, you know what it is. It's your boy, Livewire Sports Media.
Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.